Welcome to another episode of I Speak African. I'm your host, Yanu. In today's episode, I want to focus on how Black people are treated when we travel, immigrate, or work in another country. I want to start off by asking people if they remember when Oprah Winfrey traveled to Switzerland in 2013. In case you don't know this story, Oprah Winfrey went to Switzerland in 2013. She went to like a upscale purse or handbag boutique store. She started looking at this purse. And the purse she looked at was valued at $38,000. Now, the clerk there, Wazungu, Oyibo clerk, went to Oprah and was like, no, 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 no. You don't want to see that one. And, you know, it's ironic because, one, she doesn't know who Oprah is. And Oprah that year was her estimated worth that she made that year was 77 million. So that means if Oprah wanted to buy every person in the store, buy the shop, and buy the lady too, she could. But I brought this story up is because, Black people, we need to stop going to Europe and the Middle East because we know how they're going to treat us, and then after they treat us, we cry and say, look how they treated us. Like, do y'all remember when UAE banned Nigerians from coming to UAE because of, like, I think a whole bunch of, it was like this huge lavish hotel party and the Nigerians didn't clean up. I forgot the story, but I'm sure y'all know what I'm talking about. And they banned Nigerians for a year. And it's like, stop going there. I don't know why. Like, and I get it. Like, it's beautiful and the opulence and all this stuff, but like, there's opulence. We have opulence in Africa, and I'm gonna touch up on that. But I watched this video the other day, and this South African girl, I think she's a YouTuber, and she's like, she went to Germany, and she's like, when she went to Germany, they just completely and utterly embarrassed her, and it's like she's saying not only do they racially profile her and check her bag for illegal contraband or alleged illegal contraband because she didn't have any drugs on her, but they made her take off her wig. Like, imagine that you take off your wig and now you see the little wig, the head cap that is, or the hair cap that's holding in your hair underneath the wig. That's embarrassing. But the crazy thing is, the girl went back. The girl went back. So they didn't embarrass her enough that she went back. And then she's like, yeah, I went back for a second time, but the silver lining or the upside, the positive side is that they didn't take off my wig. I'm like, yeah, but they still embarrassed you, because she's saying how they only racially profile her when she comes there, and they don't racially profile any other people of other races or ethnicities. And it's like, stop going to Europe, stop going to Germany. But a lot of us have to learn the hard way, and you know, still by learning the hard way, we still don't like it. Like I said, there's a lot of opulence. Like, I just watched this video the other day about Cote d'Ivoire, and that country is extremely developed. Extremely developed. Like, I saw the roads, the highways. They look better than the roads in America. Like, you can go in some parts of America, there's still potholes. I'm not even talking about like these Appalachian parts of America. No, I'm talking like places that's supposed to be developed, like urban, like metropolitan cities, and you got potholes. But in Cote d'Ivoire, it was beautiful. I'm thinking like, go there. Like, there's this one island you can go to, and it's like $100 to get onto the island, and once you pay that $100, you get like free drinks and free food for the whole entire day. It's nice. You can go to Nigeria, you can go to Lekki, Banana Island, you can go to Ghana, you can go to Kenya, you can go to Uganda, Tanzania, Namibia, and Botswana, South Africa. Like, we don't have to keep going to the Middle East and Europe to for opulence, because we have opulence in Africa. Or you can go to the Caribbean islands and you'll be treated with far more respect. They'll treat you very well, you know. We could, because we all know this. We as Africans are very hospitable people. So when we come to other African countries as tourists, we're treated very well. So it's like, stop going to stop going over there. And I see this a lot. And also, Africa's much cheaper than Europe and the Middle East, much cheaper. Well, at least those the countries that, well, yeah, I think in general, Africa's much cheaper than, well, when I say the Middle East, I mean the countries that, Africans frequent: UAE, Qatar, and not really Bahrain, but or Saudi Arabia, but overall, Africa's cheaper. And we should really stop going to countries where we're not welcome because they're not going to treat us like humans. And speaking of not being treated like humans, I also implore and encourage Africans who have sisters or mothers or aunts or just female uh, loved ones that are women. Tell them not to go to the Middle East to do domestic work, because I've seen so many documentaries of women being beat up, um, sexually assaulted. Um, they take your passport as soon as you get there. The countries that you're originally from, so whatever, Uganda or Tanzania or Kenya, they don't care about you. They just care about making the money off of you. So they won't do their, they won't bend over backwards to get you out of those countries, and you'll be there for, the contracts are usually from 1 year to 2 years. So you'll be, imagine being in Saudi Arabia or Qatar, Oman, or Bahrain or Kuwait, and they're just beating you up every single day, and you know, and then at one point you want to harm yourself, and it's like, is it worth it? Like, no, it's not worth it. You know, and unfortunately, it's a problem with African governments where they haven't developed uh, economic infrastructure for our people to stay in Africa and work in Africa and actually make a life in Africa. But at least in Africa, you're free. You're free. Whereas you go over there, you're not free. And then you don't know if your life is guaranteed, because these people, they don't see us as humans. They see us less than animals. Like in that part of the world, the falcon is revered, so they see us less than the falcon. They see us less than the cow or the goat, you know? Probably even less than a dog. In Islam, a dog is looked down on. They're considered dirty because they lick themselves and stuff. So yeah, like I said, I strongly encourage, Africans who have sisters and mothers and wives, tell them not to go there. Like really, tell them, sit them down, make them watch a documentary. There are several documentaries they can watch. Make them watch a documentary, and tell them, make sure that they don't go there, because this notion that it's not going to be me, that's very, very wishful thinking. Because many times it's going to be you or someone else. Like, so don't go there. It's not safe, and the trauma that you know, no, no amount of money is worth the trauma that our women face when they go over there. It's crazy. So, like I said, don't go over there. I guess today was a short episode. Thank you for listening. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll continue making more content. Thank you, and have a blessed day.